Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS. It's time for Owin's Field Report, sponsored by Les Schwab Tire Centers.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you very much for watching the show. Now, if you've watched the show since the beginning, you can count literally on one hand how many times I've ever sat down on live television. Well, today's kind of special. We don't always get to introduce new sponsors to the show. Now, we're going into 2024. There'll be more as we go forward, but I'm very proud, okay, because this is a first for us. We've never had a sponsor in this particular field, but it's a good one. And you can see that I'm sitting down and got really cool stuff going on. Well, guess what? It's Haxton's Canvas and Upholstery. They're over there in Clackamas. They do chairs, they do boat tops, they do boat covers, they do everything along those lines that you would ever need. And I actually, this is just coincidence, okay? This was absolutely not planned, I can promise you that. Just had them build me a top for my new sled. It was the first time that I've ever had a Bimini top built by them, and I couldn't recommend any higher. Honestly, I can say that with all confidence. I've had them all, and they make a great product. So super proud to have them part of the family here, and thank you for joining along. And Eric, great job on recruiting a fantastic company here locally. Okay, so this week, listen, driving me nuts all week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, can't go hunting. Okay, it was zone 1 was closed. I thought about going to zone 2, then realized how far that really was. But you know, it got close. But Thursday paid off. Now it was complete luck that we were able to get on them like we were, and it was a little bit of luck that the weather Tuesday, Wednesday helped out with moving birds around, also getting birds from the north and from the west, believe it or not. If you pay enough attention, if you're out there enough, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It was like a perfect storm and not being bugged for a few days. The birds were really active. We had some good wind, which is always a good thing. And here was the success, or what I like to call the hero shot of chasing these things down. 2 limits. Mr. Fish and myself went out and made it happen. And here, let me get my axe and see that. As a matter of fact, I got some really nice ones, and I don't have that right there. That's something I got to look into. But a nice limit, mallards, widgeon, a beautiful stud bull sprig, excuse me, and gadwall. It was our first gadwall of the season, at least for us. There's been a few around, but we haven't actually come across them ourselves. And I was being a little greedy. I did shoot a limit of nothing but drakes, and my last bird of the day was a drake gaddy when he came around the decoys just right. It was a great shoot. Hopefully I can get back out there. Literally doing that. My phone's been vibrating this morning with others that are out sharing info. So in the end, duck hunting's been good. We've got some birds around. How long it's going to last, it's tough to say. We'll have to see how this weather really comes around. The coast. We're going to show you river levels here in a second, but overall, the reports that I was getting this week are pretty much blown out the water. Okay, with the, no pun intended. Rivers are just popping. That's going to change all the bays, tide water, and of course in the main stem of any of the tributaries. Some of them have exploded in the last 24 hours. Again, we're going to get there here in just a second. The Clackamas River, my home river, it has not made a huge bounce yet, and that could be for a couple of different reasons. There is some snow coming down, I believe. Although it's like 60 degrees out, so maybe not. But I would expect that to bounce. It is forecasted to do that. Moving along towards the coast, take a look at the Wilson. In particular, just, geez, nearly 2 feet of a pop there, which is great, okay? Now, all that's really going to do is just, it's going to mud out, of course. We'll find out from Dave and Nick here in a little bit. They're over in that vicinity. Slet, same thing, just straight vertical. And pretty much all the rivers up and down the coast are exactly like this. So these are just going to give you those barometers, except the Alsea, which is interesting. It is a different drainage. It is a different river. Sometimes it doesn't pop as much, but you can take a look at the Nehalem, same thing. This is all good stuff. What this is not good for, though, is if you like to fish in the bays or in the lower tidewater. Things are just going to be a little bit popped, and most of the fish that are going to be in bays, whatever it is, Tillamook Bay, further south, Celeste Bay, whatever, they're going to move upriver with this freshet, whatever you'd like to call it. So things will change. Rivers are going to become a thing, and if you time it right, break that drift boat out, get ready. It's November, for crying out loud. Really. Actually, just got me a little motivated. Anyway, so you got some decent opportunities up and down. Also, don't forget, we've been talking about this for several weeks now, 2-3 weeks. Well, Procure has made a change in their weekly giveaway. They did make the change to a winter steelhead pack, right? You're going to get the Fuse steelhead cure. You're going to get the fish oil krill, the water soluble, by the way, which is extremely good on all your jig, pretty much anything as well. Also, if you're going to be back bouncing eggs or something else, works great on that. But I'll just throw that out there. You got the anise in there, which is their bait sauce, which is phenomenal. And then, of course, shrimp super gel. With all those pieces of the puzzle, if you're actually able to get those all implemented, it does help out tremendously. So make sure you're looking at it. Now, let's check in with Katie Suniga. We do have a live report, so I want to make sure to get that in. But let's check in with Katie. I don't want to slow her down. But Katie, looks like things for a few days, although this morning when I came in, it said 59 degrees on my Silverado.
Yes, so it's exactly what we were talking about last weekend, where I said if we had an atmospheric river and it was warm air, that it would rain quite a bit and then melt the snow. That's exactly what happened. Not unexpected. October snow comes and goes. We had a warm front come through. That's what we're in right now. So warm air mass came in, gave us this wonderful rain that we've had through this morning, expecting it to turn to showers this afternoon and then eventually just back off until tomorrow afternoon. So yes, it is warm this morning. Most areas were close to, if not more than double digits warmer than this time yesterday. As this system moves through, there's an unstable air mass behind it. That gives us a chance for some afternoon thunderstorms. After this one moves through, then we have another one coming, which is what we'll see here. So 2 o'clock today, that's about time things start to dry up for us. Then we get to tomorrow, right around 1 o'clock, that next system starts to come in. Watch over here. You will see that low pressure center dropping in. There it is right there. And then this is Tuesday morning, 2 a.m. Look at all this snow and all this rain that we have that comes with us. Monday is going to be a very wet day, sticks around with us into Tuesday. Then we have some changes that could give us a couple of days where we're dry. If you're looking at new accumulation possibilities, so right now, as of right now, the last report, an inch 1.81 is what we have for the first 4 days of November. And then we could potentially add another 1.25 inches to that, which is great. But we have a dry spell coming, and that has a lot to do with this trough. This is what's coming through right now, swinging and giving us all this wonderful wet air, wet precipitation, which, you know, you wouldn't have dry precipitation, right? Yeah, but we do have warm, dry air, and that's where we could see that 3-day dry streak. Here's what it looks like when you lay it out on your 7-day forecast. Showers through Tuesday, and then possibly dry and warming up again after a cold front comes through to Monday into Tuesday, and temperatures upper 50s.
I am not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. I love to see the rain. I hope it continues. Maybe some snow in the future. Hopefully we'll see it.
Yeah, we don't have any right now, and it's not your 2 weeks. I know you wanted 2 weeks of solid rain. We get 1.
That's okay. I'll take it. It's a start. Katie, thank you very much. We appreciate your time. All right, let's get a quick report here. We've got Brent on the line. This one might hurt a little bit. I'm in the studio, and he's got a live report. It sounds like from a duck blind. Brent, where are you at?
Yeah, out hunting ducks. Thanks for taking my call, Owen.
Well, of course, man. You're in the duck blind. I'm literally shaking. I'd love to be out there with you. How's the movement? Are you seeing birds move around? You don't have to tell us what rock you're on or which bush you're hiding behind. Are you on private property, public land? Where you at?
Yeah, we hunt some private property. We got mallards, and mostly all mallards, a few pennies flying around, and some teal. That's the first time we've seen teal, really. I got 6 green heads in the blind. My buddy's got 4 or 5. So we're doing pretty good so far.
Yeah, you are. It's only 9:20, man. That's excellent. You know, this wind and obviously rain, all that kind of stuff helps get the birds to move around. But you said you haven't seen a lot of teal up until this point. How about gadwall? Have you seen any gadwall in your area?
No, haven't seen any gadwall. We're in the mid-valley, so haven't seen any gadwall. And just a couple of pennies so far. Mostly it's just all been mallards.
Lucky you, huh? Right? I mean, if that's what you get to talk to, that's well worth it. That's well worth it. Overall, Brent, up to this point, it's only a couple of weeks into the season. How's it been for you at your club?
We've been living it out every time we come, so we've been doing pretty well.
Well, it's great to hear. Hopefully things will hold out. Typically November, everyone is, not necessarily always the best month, but having a great beginning of the season, the last part of October, and now, of course, into November as a waterfowler. it's all very, very promising, and we're always ever the optimists. So hopefully things will just continue. Brent, thanks for your phone call. Good luck. Be safe out there, man. Thanks for your update, and my desire to get in the blind down was even higher. Brent, thanks, man. We appreciate it.
I sent you an email about joining us one day, so maybe hit me up.
Yeah, well, matter of fact, I'm terrible with emails. Send another one. I'll make sure Ryan looks for it. I will do anything to go duck hunting, everyone. Y'all know that. Brent, thanks for your call. Good luck again. Be safe and finish off that limit. All right, everyone, we're going to cut to a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about duck hunting. Don't forget, though, in a little bit, we're going to be talking about fishing up and down the coast with Nick and Big Dave. But we're going to come back with Dale Williams from Naughty Duck Decoys. We're going to talk a little bit about those, why you might want to think about including that into your spread, and at the very least, when, where, and why not to use them in certain situations. We'll be right back.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by P-Line, because we fish, by Hawken Fishing, perfection in fishing gear, and by Haxton's Canvas and Upholstery, the trusted name of the Pacific Northwest.